What is happening, people? What is happening, people? Welcome to Geekin on Tech, your weekly roundup of our favorite tech news. I'm your host, Didge. With me, as always, is the homie Trayvon, Mr. Nerd with the Tech. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's Friday,
It is Friday.
it's always the greatest day I feel like to stream. 'Cause
It
like, yeah,
is
this is
because
good.
right. It's a especially right after work. It's a good way to just end out the week and not have to it's like one of those it's like a happy hour stream.
Yes, exactly.
So
Exactly.
I'm happy about that. I officially on vacation, so I'm very happy about that. That is great. I know you were saying that you don't have too many more days.
Yeah, a few
So
more and then I'll be on mine for a little bit.
nice. So another thing that's happening to end out the year is Apple has rumors aplenty. First rumor I want to talk about, and let me create the banner for it, is this Apple Home Hub. Have you heard about this one?
I did. I did see it. Yeah. That looks cool, actually.
So if you haven't seen it, Apple has apparently started their work on a home hub. And let me see, I have the article for it so I can make sure I get these specs down correctly. It's going to be an interesting device.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
no, oh, here it is. So the design of it, they don't necessarily have a full design, but it's supposed to resemble somewhere like an iPad. It's going to be a smaller version of it,
Hmm.
but it's going to be square rather than rectangular. So I guess picture like two iPhones side by side,
Oh,
and
okay.
then they'll have two versions of it. One will be just the two rectangle, like the square device that's
Hmm.
able to be mounted, and the other is going to be put onto a HomePod mini type, like circular device, so that way it's easy to move from room to room. Obviously, it's going to have touch support. It's going to be able to open apps. You can control your devices with it, and the I think it's not going to have its own dedicated app store. Like they're going to have bundled apps. So that's one thing that is different from any other Apple device where like you're not going to have an app store for this. It will have
Uh,
sensors. Oh, go ahead.
I guess that'd be kind of like how the Apple Watch works. If you have the app on your,
Yeah, I guess yeah. You don't
you
really have
know,
an app store for that.
yeah, so that just companion app gets downloaded to
Hmm.
your Apple Watch. So
It doesn't necessarily say if these are going to be companion apps. So like they're saying that it'll have Safari, Apple News, Apple Music, Notes,
mm,
Calendar, Phone, and Home.
okay,
I think Home will have like intercom, like the intercom system, AirPlay stuff
yeah,
like that inside of it. But like you're not going to be able to download Facebook or something on it.
okay. I mean,
So
I guess technically, like my Home Hub, it has the Google stuff in it. So like if
hmm
I say play this, it'll go to YouTube and it'll show the video or on the screen and stuff like that. But I can't download a specific app to it. So it'll have like all the Google stuff on it. I guess
right.
that's what Apple will do the same concept. Just have all that stuff on there.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. They're talking about how it'll obviously be a fully customizable home screen. It'll have the widgets and everything. But it doesn't seem like, yeah, that they want you to think that this is going to be like another iPad or something. They seem pretty, at least from the
Mhm.
rumors, they seem pretty aware that they want to make sure that you don't feel that way. The other things that it'll have are like sensors to recognize when somebody is nearby it or they're coming into a room and stuff. So that way, if you have your lights connected to it, it'll know to turn on the lights and stuff like that. Face ID on it to know who actually is talking to it. It says that it'll be smart enough to recognize, like if you have multiple people on your Apple Home account, it should know, like, okay, say if you and I are in the same room and I speak to it, they're gonna be like, okay, that's Didge, that's Trayvon. Will it?
It sounds
Will
like a
it?
lot of the yeah. So it sounded like the Google how Google does with the voice match and fake. I mean, the Face ID is interesting. So I guess it got to have a good rear camera to see you. You're not coming up to that thing if it's doing that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's interesting. It says that the Face ID feature will allow it to automatically switch the profile for the person who is interacting with the device.
okay, all right, cool. I mean, hey,
So it sounds very interesting, and I think the other part of it, the shoe that drops, what's the pricing? They're saying that it should be around 350, which puts it right around where the Echo Show is.
Okay. I mean,
I think
it,
maybe like the
makes
high end
sense.
Echo Show.
I
Hopefully,
mean,
my
if the
dad ain't
speaker
listening.
is really good too, it'll make it worth it. If the speaker is really good, um, and if it can do all the surround sound stuff, the one thing I will give Apple is always the way their devices connect together.
Mm-hmm,
So if they
mm-hmm.
can make sure that still works that way, where you can, connect Apple TV to it or whatever, that would
It
be
does say
cool.
it'll have built-in speakers, but I don't know how good those speakers are going to be. Like if it's the HomePod, if it's like a HomePod mini style, those
Hmm.
speakers are good. I wouldn't
Hmm.
want to be with those speakers. Now,
Okay.
full size HomePod, I hear are great speakers, like to have to be like your sound bar.
Okay.
So I do if they're like that, but obviously that's a much larger device at this point, and
Right.
they don't necessarily give specs on how big it'll be. But if you're talking about a 7-inch screen, I don't know if you're gonna have a 7-inch screen and that big of a speaker. Though you might need that processing power, which
Maybe. I mean, you said it can be docked, right?
so it sounds like the one that's going to have the speaker attached is all together. It doesn't necessarily say that's removable. I think they're
Hmm.
gonna really have two versions. One is just the
Ah. Okay.
tablet part,
Hmm.
one is the tablet and speaker. I don't know why you would do that, to be honest, now that I think about it. But
Yeah. People are gonna think it's an iPad.
yeah.
That's another thing if you do
Well,
it that way.
it sounds like the one that's supposed to be the tablet is designed to be docked or not docked, but like mounted on walls. So
Oh,
like for
okay.
somebody who has
Okay.
like a full on smart home, this is your hub. You come in and you mess with it. But
And
like
the
I
Echo
said,
Show is like that too, right? Don't they have ones like that? The Echo Show?
I think
Don't they have
so.
ones like that are bait for that to put on the wall?
I think so.
Yeah.
I know. I thought
Hmm.
Google did too.
I don't.
I
I
don't.
don't know
I
if
don't know
Google
how their
does, but I
I
know
don't know how
Echo
their home
does.
device is anymore.
Yeah, I have one Nest Hub, which is just like a little screen that
Mhm.
has like a speaker on it. So it looks like a little tablet stuck on top of a speaker, but you can't. There's no removing it. It's just there.
Oh, I thought the Google one you could remove.
Not this one. This is old. I mean, maybe that newer one, but
No,
this is
I
like a
thought the older one you
little mini
could.
one. Oh no,
Okay. I could
this
be
is
wrong.
one
So
one unit.
one unit.
Yeah, it
That's
is
the
sitting right over
vibe.
there.
That's the vibe I get from this one. It looks like in the article Mark Gurman was saying, you remember the old iMac that had like the half rounded base?
Yes,
Here,
I think so. Yeah.
actually I got I think I can find a picture of it. Give me 1 second to share my screen.
But yeah, while you were saying that, like the sensors of it, like this thing notices when I come near it,
Mm-hmm.
like the screen will light up, or like if I'm looking at it, it knows I don't know how it's know. There's not no camera on there, but it knows I'm looking at it. It'll like the
Oh,
timer will
really?
come up. Like it's like I guess it's seeing me turning. I don't know. Like it's
Yeah,
like the timer will come up and stuff. The sensors must be really sensitive on it.
that
But
is
yeah,
interesting.
it is. It's cool. I was okay.
So
Mm.
this is what I so they're like this is the iMac. I don't it's crazy. This still says the new iMac, but something like this.
Okay.
And like I
Oh.
said,
Oh.
this being about the size of like the HomePod mini, and then you have your little 6-inch tablet. And so obviously this is easy to move from room to room, but like let's say all of this is mesh because it's a speaker. I don't know how much sound that's getting out. Like
That's
the one
true.
thing my
Yeah.
HomePod does struggle with speaker wise is like if you're looking for something with bass. So if you're talking about it taking over your TV, when you're watching a movie and you want to hear an explosion or you want to hear magic or
Yeah.
whatever, I don't know how well it's doing that. I haven't tested it with mine because obviously, like you said, I can make it to be the sound to come out of it. Maybe I'll try that over this weekend, but I don't know how well that would work out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool it's a cool idea and it's a cool implementation. I want to see how they do it. And um, I mean, I think I read that said that they want to do it with the new Siri or whatever they're
Yes.
doing.
Yes, so it is going
Um,
to have that sensor that allows them the A8. Actually, it's going to only have the A18 chip, but that allows them to do Apple Intelligence. It's gonna have them. It's gonna have enough RAM because obviously this is all built on being able to use Apple Intelligence, so it'll have enough RAM for all of that. But
That's
to
fun.
your
That's kind of.
point,
I was gonna say that's kind of funny because I know that Google recently they rebuilt Gemini for the home. So
mm,
they started pushing it to even their older devices. They started pushing like the ones I have that are very old. They've been
mhm.
starting to push it to that. Now it's not perfect, but they're trying to add it to where you can do the live chat, the Gemini, all that stuff to these older
so
devices.
so they are reportedly doing that with this device. First, I wanted to show you this is the other design mock-up they were saying that it could have.
I think I saw.
Um,
Oh, not that one. I didn't see that one.
this one is
Okay,
cool. I actually like the other one better than this one. So if you would have to choose between the two designs, I would pick the other one. Um,
this
but
one
the
like
other
it'll fall over.
it do feel like it would fall over. This part, like the little leg part, would need to be a lot
Yeah.
longer. Um, but the other interesting part is they were saying that obviously, like you said, that it's going to be a brand new Siri with it, and they're
Mhm.
trying to give this Siri a more animated persona, in lieu of looking like the Mac Finder icon. So imagine every time you look at that device, this is looking at you saying, "What's up? What you need from me?"
Oh my goodness. Finder. Yeah, yeah. I don't
You
know. I don't know if I want that.
you don't want that. You don't want
I
that
don't
looking
know if
at
I want that. I don't know if I. Yeah, that look little weird. But I mean, hey, we'll see.
that'll get you closer to sci-fi territory where it's like you really are speaking to something like Gemini and what is Google's? Oh, the Google's is Gemini.
Google
Gemini and
Gemini.
what is Samsung? Bixby still?
I don't
Do they
think they
have a
talk
name
about
for
that no more.
theirs?
I don't think they talk about that no more.
I
But
didn't know that.
really don't think they talk about it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's still
Okay.
I think they still have it, but there's no longer a Bixby buttons being added to stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they're doing all that anymore. They know
Oh,
it.
they
They know that thing failed. They were like, "No,
oh,
let's just
I
let it
didn't know
go." Because
that.
no, because they're integrating Gemini and everything now, so you can tell
True.
that to kind of let go of theirs.
True.
All right, forget it. Just go ahead and do Gemini. But yeah, that's theirs. Who else has one that is like? I mean, of course, you know,
Cortana or Copilot now, I
Alexa.
forgot. It's
Yeah,
but they
Alexa
don't
Plus.
have like an yeah, Alexa. None of them have like a little animated thing that you could talk to. Like if Microsoft was smart, they would pick back bring back Clippy to be like the co-pilot thing. And every time you needed to talk to it, Clippy would pop up.
I will say like specifically, uh, ChatGPT, Claude,
Hmm.
Gemini, and God, what was the other one I was just about to say? Oh my God, I can't think. Copilot. They're all they all do work really well. I will say
Really?
they do. They do
I
work
don't
well.
use any of them fairly often. The one I have the most experience with, just because we use it at work and I'm a part of the testing group for it, is Copilot. Um, Chat GPT we use here and there. I ain't gonna hold you because I'm doing mainly SQL related and like Tableau related stuff.
Hmm.
Chat GPT not good with that. SQL is crazy that it's not good because it's built into SQL Server now. Like in SQL Server, there's a button at the top of it that says use chat or use Copilot, and it still be
See,
failing.
Chat Chat ChatGPT is good for like a simple website or something like that. Or
Okay.
something. I feel like it's good for that. Claude is more good for code. I've seen. Um,
I don't know what our developers
Copilot,
are using.
Copilot, because it's a lot of it. Like now, it's like built into like especially Visual Studio Code.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Very good at like just making up the whole solution. It's just very
Did notice,
intuitive.
yeah. We were
It's very
there were
yeah.
things that we were doing with like AI agents that it was it had the answers. I'll give it that.
Yeah, and you can like the stuff I'll just be like lazy on purpose, and I'll see an error. I'll be like, what does error mean? And that's why
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what does this error mean? And it'll go to the terminal to read it. It'll do all that. And I don't have to like highlight it, copy it over there. I'm just like, look at this error, tell me what this
Mm-hmm.
means. Just stuff like that. I was let me see what it'll do.
See, and
And
that's part of
yeah,
like the testing stuff that we have to do. So like I'll be doing stuff like that too. But like I said, with SQL, I don't know. Well, Chat GPT for sure. Copilot, it seems like it's getting better with it.
try Claude.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that when I get back to
Try
work.
Claude.
Um, but it's I guess to keep on to the AI thing. Actually, no. Let's stay down the Apple rumors thing because there are a couple Apple rumors.
Oh,
The other big Apple rumor was that the iMac Pro is coming back. I don't know if you saw this one either. The
I
iMac Pro,
always
I
wonder
think,
who this is for every time I
and
do.
really,
Yeah, because it's like it's expensive. It's just too much.
ah,
It's just
so
like the Apple Vision Pro, same concept. I'm like, why? Who do you like? If besides influencers?
so the iMac Pro, this I do think that this has a distinct market. If the last iMac Pro came out in March of 2021, actually
Hmm.
they that might have just been when they got discontinued. But for creators and people who are doing like high-end graphic design, video editing, photo editing, things like that, even probably game development, who are looking for a machine that has all of the power that they need, but has a smaller form factor. Like obviously, it's just literally a monitor essentially. It has a lot of stuff for them. And like I said, if I didn't think that I could find a probably just as good monitor for cheaper, I would be in the market for it because at the time that the original one had great specs for it, and
Hmm.
the rumors given for this one also have really good specs. Like it's gonna be an M5 Max. Obviously that means highest end. It'll probably have an M5 Ultra version. But it's essentially everything that you're gonna have in the Mac Studio,
Hmm.
but instead of having to shell out probably another 1,000, 1,500 for the screen as well, when you're looking at some of these higher end screens, you just get it all in one.
See, okay, so this is where my mind goes when I hear about these like top of the line spec devices. I don't mind it for like video editing, music
Mm-hmm.
editing, whatever. When you get to game development, I feel like that might be where the problem is at. Cause y'all are using these high end devices building this stuff and then putting it on these systems like, oh, it doesn't work. I bet it does it. You built it on something that's $10,000
I don't
and
know
then
if
you
that's
put it
the
on something
reason
that's
though.
$500. That's what I feel. I feel like
That's
that's
how
what
you.
happened.
I
It'll
get
run
you.
beautifully. It'll run beautifully over here. And then you're like, oh, let me go try to put it on the Switch too. Shit. Like, I mean, I mean, why would you build it? You build on something that's $10,000, $20,000, and then you're like, let's bring it down here to the $500 device and hope it works.
I
That's how I feel. Like I wonder.
I get you, but I will say the rebuttal to that is that it's not necessarily the processing power of, I guess, the like you're not it's not one to one, I should say, where it's
I
like
know. I know.
all of the stuff that goes into having to have all those different polygons for for the scene or whatever, like the
Hmm.
game. That's what's taking the power in creation. But once you have it as like static image or
Hmm.
it's video or game,
Hmm.
theoretically it
Hmm.
should be easier. Now you're talking optimization and how well you're doing all of that. But I get you. I do understand what you're talking about.
I always think about that. I'm like, what did you build this game on that is so difficult for you to get it to work on the PS5 or
Hmm.
or people like, oh, my PS5 is like sound like a jet engine. I'm like, that should not happen.
Hmm.
Like
No,
this game shouldn't be
you are
doing this.
completely correct. I'm
Like
not. Don't get me
I
wrong.
understand for the Switch too. Now for the PS5, come on now, this shouldn't be doing that.
No,
Like
I get you.
I get
Like I
it.
said, you are completely correct. Don't I'm not gonna take away from
Yeah.
any of that. I think it's more so in the vein of this is because they're not optimizing correctly.
Yeah.
And as somebody who's utilized Unreal Engine to do something very, very small, let me
Mhm.
tell you how quickly it is to just think I'm creating everything. They make it so easy for you to be like, I'm creating this world that is so beautiful that it can do
Mm,
anything it is. Trayvon, my computer stopped. Literally
mm,
stopped. Like, so
mm.
I could only imagine if you're not working on
What is another problem
optimization.
with that stuff too? Then the
Well, yeah,
software.
but that's because it's allowing you to do all of this stuff, and it is
Mhm.
telling you, hey, you should optimize this. But it's so easy to just throw stuff together. You start getting
Mm,
into your workflow, and if you're not focused on optimization, yeah, you're going to overload your stuff. Like
mm,
that Star Wars. I don't know if you remember that Star Wars short that little animation that I had made where it's literally just the two stormtroopers walking to the ship.
mhm.
I had it originally. I think I had it like triple the amount of stormtroopers, and that's because it was literally just boom a button, and I copied all of those different all of those different
Gotcha.
like animations. Oh, it was bad. So
Okay.
I do think that developers just probably need to work better on optimization. Now, I don't know if that's because you're working on a more powerful machine that you're like, yeah, I can do this. Might
Mhm.
be. There's probably some truth to that, but I do think that this would be like a welcome device because the current iMacs ain't really cutting it for a lot of people.
Mm.
I don't know
Okay.
if you're in the market for an iMac, like if you just like all in ones at all, but of the people I know who do have one, it gets the job done, but it could be better.
Oh.
Now, where you're coming in with, I think they're going back to at least a 27-inch screen. Ideally, it'll probably be a 32-inch one.
Mhm.
But like I said, essentially having the Mac Studio and the not the Pro Display. We just talked about it too. Dang, I forgot the name of the cheaper Apple Display already.
I think that I think it was just the Pro Display XDR is the expensive one, right?
Okay,
Isn't it just
yes,
Pro Display?
you are probably right. Um,
XDR. Let
let
me
me go
see.
back. The Studio
Is it
Display.
just Studio Display? Okay.
Studio Display. So
Okay.
being able to have a Studio Display and a Mac Studio together with,
Mm.
not necessarily having to worry about buying two devices. That's where this comes in. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I was telling you off air, I'm not a huge fan of all-in-one computers. I had an all-in-one computer once, and as soon as the screen died, I was essentially out of luck. I had to buy a whole new computer.
Ah.
None of the internals stopped working. And yeah, I was able to plug an external monitor to it and use it off to the side, but it's very dumb to always have to go like this to look at my
Yeah, that's kind
computer.
of yeah. That'd be wild. That would piss me off. Yeah.
I lasted like 2 days and I was like, I'll never buy an all-in-one again.
I
So
understand that.
I think it has its market. I won't be buying one. I am interested just because this will probably be one of the next devices to sort of push the M line further.
Ah.
And I do want to see, how is that going to continue upgrading? Windows is kind of getting on my nerves. Might be.
So a lot of
Well,
people jumping to Linux now.
I
I've
heard.
seen. I've been watching a lot of videos about that, and I mean, it's like it's on this, Steam devices. It's there,
Yeah,
like you can jump to it. It's cool. It's similar, Apparently, it runs better.
I gotta see if all of my apps will be there. I know
See,
DaVinci
I think
Resolve
that
is
might be
on
the
there.
problem. I mean, that's why they keep, uh, like Valve, especially, have been making all these different compatibility layers for
Hmm.
things. So you can do Windows apps, you can do, other stuff, uh, Android stuff, Windows. So they've been working on it. I feel like it's becoming more alive, mainstream now. We start getting computers that come with it on there from the start. That'd be very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll take some time to look at it because the more and more I hear about it, and have you ever used Linux? Like obviously outside of the Steam stuff.
Not just this, but I mean, I've hooked this up to a monitor and
Hmm. Hmm.
and tried it, and I was like, oh, this is cool. This is very, it's similar. You still have like a kind of like a start menu. You still have, all the
Yeah,
stuff. it works kind of the same. Taskbar, all that stuff, you know.
I know a
Um,
friend who's used it. And, like I've used their device for like 20, 30 minutes just to like play around with it. I know it's a lot about finding the right distribution. Like, not every version of Linux is the same and stuff like that.
right,
But
right.
I know it's one of those things like if you're going to switch, you need to do a lot of research on it. And so it's like maybe I'll put it on my laptop. That way, at least I can work the kinks out that way. And that way, if I need to, I can always revert it and then I'll still always have it on my desktop. But
I've been hearing
it
a
is
lot of people talk about Bazite.
Bazai. Oh,
Um,
that's not one I heard of.
yeah, it's like a Steam alternative. So it's
Okay.
like built, but it's apparently like very well supported. Um,
Interesting.
yeah, so some people are like take their Windows like gaming handhelds and they'll
Hmm.
dual boot Bazite instead of doing dual boot SteamOS.
Okay.
So, so I've been looking into that, but me, I plan on adding dual boot Windows so I can do
To
some.
your handheld.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I get you. Nice. Um, I think the other thing, this isn't even an Apple rumor. This is just something that's happening. Two things actually. One, they are bringing more ads to the App Store. So I don't know how often you click around to the App Store, but you'll see more advertising. So even when you search for different apps, your top result will probably more than likely be something that paid to be your top result now.
I bet
And the
that they losing them. Was it their percentage that they get off of? They're getting sued for that left and right. So
yes,
that's
I
why.
saw
That's why they're doing
that
that. Like,
reminds me. I saw something about them being able to reinstate charging 30% again, but like Epic has to hold up. Let me see if I can find that
there's
article.
so many apps where if you sign up through Apple, it costs more monthly.
Yeah,
Like like X or any music service, like or something like that. It costs more. I remember Title, the price was so much higher when Title first came out. I was like, what? Why is this price this different from how it is on the Title website? Like, why is the price so much different? I was like, this gotta be illegal. Like, this gotta be
they
illegal. Like, what we
they like
doing?
yeah, they're like, look, we want to get our money too. So
Yes, wow.
yes, here's the article. Apparently, Apple obviously appealed to that,
Right.
and an appeals court found like they held that up, but they also said that Apple could still collect commission from those options from the other like the other app stores, the other like having your app.
This is why, like, because I remember when the Nintendo put out the Shop app recently. I was
Hmm.
like, "Oh, you can do the eShop on here now." No, when you open it, it just opens a browser inside the app that takes you to the website. And I'm like, "Okay, so you're not actually buying it directly on here." I was like, "People have to get around that, but it's crazy." I was like, "It's just why that's why you can't buy books from Kindle or whatever
Yeah.
directly on there." And I was like,
So it's very interesting because so I guess that fight is still ongoing because like I said, the
"Right,
appeals court they overturned the the part that prohibited Apple from collecting commissions on consumers when they make an e-commerce purchase within an app
hmm
through a payment system outside of Apple's control. So perfect example when Nintendo has that
yeah,
go to the website, Apple can't get a commission off that. Now,
right."
sounds like if they probably could again, at least until this gets appealed again. So
And then the app won't go away.
then that might go away.
The
That's
app might
true.
go away.
That is
Like,
true.
nah, just forget that, bro. Just forget it. Just
Just
go to
for
the website.
where
You
this won't
look at
happen
yourself.
though.
Go to Chrome.
Where this won't happen though is in Japan because Apple
Mm,
is being forced to open up iOS rate in Japan in response to a lot of new regulations. So they're going to be able to have alternative app stores, new payment options, browser choices. Browser choices is an interesting one to include on here because you already have browser choices. I didn't really
right.
know what they meant there, but it's essentially putting them more in line with some of the stuff that the EU is forcing Apple to do in Europe. They're
Yeah.
also having to do in Japan. So everybody's getting an open Apple except America.
And I mean, a gold statue stopped that from happening here. So, there you go. That's all you need, a gold statue.
Oh boy! If only they if only they would have thought in Japan to get a gold statue. Oh man, that's crazy. There's not really too much about that. Like I said, it's just they're gonna be forced to. I think it must have went into effect over the week. So that's like I saw it. I saw the article like Wednesday or Thursday. And so I think it's like just now going into effect, or it's going into effect in the new year. You know, everybody's getting their end of the year articles out. So it was just another thing to talk about how less fun that we have it here because so many things we don't get.
Oh yeah, of course not.
There was one other thing I wanted to talk about. The Mozilla thing is cool. Not really cool. I don't know if you use Firefox. I wasn't happy about it.
I It's like I have to think about it to use it. Like Chrome is like built in for me. I wish it wasn't sometimes
I was gonna say
because the
it's
way.
officially not. You did you are making it built
No,
in.
I'm saying like I'm so used to
Mm-hmm. I
Chrome
know
is
what
what
you
I go to.
I knew what you meant.
On
Yeah,
every
no.
Chrome is literally on everything. I put it on the goddamn Steam thing too. Like I put it everywhere. Like I
No, I
will
do.
download it.
I have Chrome on every one of my devices too. I
I
try
have it
so
everywhere.
hard. Like you said, you were correct. I do have to physically be like, oh, I shouldn't use Chrome because
Mhm.
it's not even for anything else. It's such a resource hog
It
that
is. Oh my
it's
god,
just a quality of life thing that you shouldn't use
crazy.
Chrome. Like it
It,
bogs down so many computers, but I'm it's such a force of habit. I keep going back to it. And
it does. It's it is easy to use. It's smooth, and then everything
mhm,
syncs. It
and
just
that's the other part.
it just
It's I can open a tab on my desktop, take it to my phone, take it to my laptop, take it to my
yeah, it just
iPad.
works.
It's
It
great.
just works.
Like the amount of articles that I do that with. And I'm gonna be honest, this isn't making me want to go to Mozilla any faster. Their new CEO is doubling down on AI, saying that they're going to become essentially another AI browser. That is the new browser race. You know, there's Claude
Yeah,
has their AI browser. Or I think it might just be is it called
perplexity,
Perplexity?
perplexity. Mhm.
ChatGPT has their AI browser. For all intents and purposes, Chrome is very much an AI browser. I swear I get a pop up, hey, you want to enter AI mode every single second.
Yep,
Like I'm
yep.
sure
It's
once
right
I
up there
close
now,
this.
right in this
Oh
corner,
yeah,
right here, Gemini.
Gemini button. Yeah, I see it right here.
It's right there.
Um, so that's definitely the way it's going. But it sounds like the new CEO for Mozilla is like, whereas I don't have to use AI mode with Chrome right now.
Right.
Mozilla sounds like you're going to have to. Like it's going to be more in line with the Anthropic browser or the Chat GPT
Uh,
browser. And I mean, I just don't see a need for it.
all I remember with Firefox is when I did used to try to use it. Every time you open it, hit update. I'm like tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting.
Tired
Every
of
time I open
updating.
you up, every time I opened up, it was like an update. I was like, can't you do this in the background? Why this not updated already? Like, what you mean? Why you wait till I click it to tell me that? It's just I hated it. I was like, I'm trying to just go to something real quick. Like, stop. So yeah,
No, that's fair. I
that might
get
not have
you.
it is now, but I do vividly remember opening Firefox and it would do
I'm
that.
trying to think. I have Firefox down
Because,
at our computer
bro,
at the studio. You
every
know
time
what?
you open, it's doing a damn spin.
I think it just stays
Mm-mm-mm.
open for better or
Mm.
for worse. So
Well, okay.
it's probably I don't know the last time I closed that one.
Mm.
Even when the computer goes to sleep, it never fully turns off. It just goes into like rest mode. So
Mm.
Firefox when that could have probably been on. Let's say it had an update middle of the year. It's probably been on ever since.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I mean,
I wouldn't know.
this is why they want to, get rid of Chrome or split it up from them,
Mm-hmm.
and because they're just like, y'all got too much now. You got to Google. Like, if you think of searching, it's Google.
Mm-hmm.
You think of email right now, it's
It's
Gmail.
Google.
So it's just like It is true. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know. Like,
Y-
I don't know.
No,
I
you
could
are
I
fair.
couldn't wait to set as my default browser on this iPhone. I was so excited when they announced it and finally let us do
Mm-hmm.
that. I was like, yes, thank you. All my bookmarks and shit is in Chrome, not in
Yeah.
Safari.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you are completely correct. I have nothing. I As much as I would love to say that Google does not have its grab on me, the amount of stuff that I use is for sure Google.
yeah.
And that actually takes me to the last thing that I really had to talk about. And then I don't know if you have anything, but Google is suing a web scraper for sucking up search results at an astonishing scale. So there's this AI. I think I'm sure they're an AI company. It's called SERP API, and it says that it can deliver Google research results for use by AI tools. And Google is saying that they're illegally evading bot blockers to steal copyrighted content. And yes, that is a very real issue, but this feels kind of like the pot calling the kettle black.
Come on,
Like,
okay. So let's say you win, right? What if somebody use this case against you next?
that's what I'm
Or
saying.
say you win, they be like, "Well, Google doing the same shit. Let me see y'all."
And that's what I mean. That's why I said this is very much like the pot calling the kettle black, because it's like Google scrapes the web every
That's not
single
smart. That's
moment.
not a smart lawsuit. It's not.
For
They're playing
Google,
your game. They're playing your game now. You can't get mad.
and
Like,
that's exactly why they mad. They like, bro, we do this already. We scrape the web. You can't be scraping us.
mm,
And it's such an interesting article. I think the lawsuit was just freshly filed maybe today.
okay.
So it's very early in the process. But I will be for sure keeping tabs on it, because like you said, this is what Google does. This is what Google's entire business. They
Yeah.
I don't know if you
This
saw
is
the
why they're able
video.
to do it. This is why they're able to do this.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the video. There's this video. I saw it on YouTube. Go figure. Um, but it was about essentially, whenever you search a recipe and it has all of that stuff, like the people was talking about their entire life story. Me and my mom, we used to sit down, do all of this, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. The entire reason that they do that is because in the early days of the web, Google used to tell them your only way of getting onto like search results, especially your specific recipe, is you need all of that. Because if I give you, a baked chicken recipe and you say, hey, 3 pounds of chicken, blah, 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 all of that for the recipe, every single chicken recipe is the same. You can't search. I'm not going to show your result. I'm just
Mhm.
going to show whichever baked chicken result I have. So you have to basically create a story for every recipe so we can search your page, have it download all of that, and now you will show up in the search results. Google search has fundamentally changed the entire way the web is.
Mhm.
And I don't think a lot of people realize that. And
Yeah.
that's why they don't want you to get into behind there.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. This okay. Google. This is why you have a foothold right now, is because you
Mm-hmm.
how much of our data you already have
Mm-hmm.
before Gemini.
Yeah.
Like, you looking them like nobody goes to these settings. Nobody
No,
goes, like,
no.
they have years and years of data on us. And it's just like
Even
it's just
I saw a thing recently where people were like, "Oh, look at all of these things that Google's uh Gmail can do essentially with your
yeah.
data. You need to go turn off these settings." And I saw someone reply, "I turned off those settings, and you know how it splits your inbox to like promotions,
Hmm.
purchases, I forgot what the other one is, but
Yeah.
like it splits into those." He was like,
Yeah.
"As soon as I turned off those settings, that went away. So I turned it back on." It's like, well, I mean, how many people are going to be doing that?
Oh, I hate though. I hate when they did that. They split up in categories.
Really?
I turned it off so fast.
Really? Oh, I
I
love the
hated it.
primary promotions, social,
No,
and updates. I got it on
no.
right now. I'm looking right at it
Mm-mm.
now.
I remember when they first did it. I would turn that shit off so fast. I said, no, I'm stuck in my
Really?
ways. I'm stuck. I got
Did
my
you ever
way.
have the inbox app?
No, I don't think so.
Because that's where it
Mm-mm.
came from. So when Gmail, when they unveiled the inbox app, it was like a by invitation only app. It was such bullshit. But the only difference from Gmail, because I remember when I got the invite, was It looked exactly like Gmail. I think at the time Gmail didn't have like the blue UI and everything. That was probably the only other difference, but it had those.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, it had some of their more smart features where like you could auto send, you could schedule the send
Okay.
and all that. Like before all of that came to Gmail, it was in that app. And I
Mm.
loved it.
Okay.
I absolutely loved it. And then
That's
they
all that
took the app
came from.
away. Yeah, they took the app
They
away, and it
always
was
take his shit away.
I was so mad because all of that stuff hadn't come to Gmail yet. So I was just for
Mm.
like 6 months or so as they were drip feeding it back to you, you're just kind of like, bro, where's all of these features that I got used to now? But like you said, that's how they get you. That's very much how they get you.
You remember? I mean, Google always trying shit, taking it away.
Oh
What
yeah.
was it? What was that app? That video calling app that they put out. That they put out a chat app
Which
and a
one?
video calling app.
They had so many. I think there's a website called like Google Graveyard that like
Like
shows you all of this. Oh, Killed by Google. That's what it's called.
Ally was something A. It was a word for the chat one,
Let
and
me
then
see.
the video one. I can't remember what it's called right now, but I remember I used to use it.
Um,
I don't know what it's called now though. It's
remember
voice
when
is
they
still
had?
around.
Remember when they
Voice is
had
still around.
the social media tool,
Yes, I
Google
can't remember what it's called right
Hangouts?
now. Yeah, yeah, Google Hangouts with that. Yeah,
That
but
was the
they had
chat
like a
one.
social, but they
The
had
ch-
a
the social media, was it Google Plus?
yes, I think it was actually. Like
Okay,
they tried it, and I was like,
they tried everything. They had Google Meet, which I think still might be, like you said, technically around. They might have changed the name again. Google Duo,
it's so.
is that the
That's
video
it. That was
calling one?
it. That was one I.
Google
Yes,
Duo.
yes, yes. That was it. That was it. I was like, man, what are y'all doing? Like, it's so many things y'all tried. Just like, oh, yeah, it's dead now. What?
It's so crazy. Some
Go
of these
kill
things,
another
like
app.
I'm looking at this, like I said, the killedbygoogle.com. Some of these I don't even like. You remember YouTube Go?
Is that the kid one or something?
No, it says it was an app aimed at making YouTube easier to access on mobile devices.
Uh,
I
You know
didn't
that I
know
mean
that.
they just put out that YouTube Create this week. Remember?
Yeah, I
I
did see
wonder
that.
how long that gonna last. They did put that out. I was like, oh, this is cool. Yeah,
I
yeah.
do
This
remember the backup and sync. I didn't realize the backup and sync tool got killed. I think that's still installed on my laptop. Is it not syncing? So I
yeah.
need to check out apparently. Like I said, I don't have really much else. I was honestly shocked that I was gonna have topics at all. Apple kind of came in clutch with having stuff to come out because I would have had nothing. It would have been another just weird, just yapping session.
I guess the only other one I got was just the seeing all the influencers getting the trifold now.
Yes.
So and apparently it costs NKBHD converted the price from I
Oh,
forgot
I
where
did
he
not see
imported it
that one.
from. He imported from somewhere, but he said converted the price is 2,500.
Which
So I was okay.
that's less
Because
than you and
it
I
is
were.
a 10-inch tablet that can be folded out into a regular phone size.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Are you coming around the corner on it? You kind of coming here for it?
I still don't like that. Like you have to unfold it all the way to use
Okay.
it. Because he did point that out in the video too,
Mm-hmm.
where um the mate the Huawei one or whatever, you can like open up one panel and then have like the size that I have now with my fold, and then
Yeah.
you can do it all the way and have the full. I was like, that would be cool. I get why they did it though. Like I said, so to protect the soft screen on the inside, which
Mm-hmm.
I understand. 'Cause you remember I was talking about, I was like, how are they going to do that if they don't? And then they did put a screen on the outside. That
Yeah.
is useless. And I was like, so because I was thinking what it was going to
Is
do
it
was
useless?
apparently I don't I feel like people didn't try because I feel like all the reviews at least I've seen, no one because I know now when you open up the fold now you can do the camera where you can turn on the outside screen and the person can see themselves as you're taking the picture, so you can
Yeah.
like turn it on. And I was like, can you do that with this? No one tried it. No one did any like turn on the camera? Can you put dual screen, or can you turn on that screen outside so they can see you? If you, I don't know why you would take a picture with this big ass tennis thing, but I mean, you could.
To be fair, my aunt, she has an iPad that she takes pictures with religiously.
Okay, I've
So
seen people do it in public, and I'd be like, huh.
I I say the same thing every time
That
I see her.
camera not that great. That camera's not that
She
great on that thing.
I don't
But
know. I
okay.
don't know if she. This was a couple years ago. I know she had the latest Galaxy at that time. It was. I think it was like the. This might have been like the Galaxy 20 S21 or whatever. That's how
Mhm,
long ago. The last time I remember distinctly asking her, like, I know you have a
mhm.
better camera on your phone than your iPad. Why are you using your iPad? Oh, well, it's already in my hand. And I was just like, all right, never mind. I'll never ask you this again.
Oh wow. Yeah, I have seen people do it. They're bringing, and I'll be like, huh, all right, cool.
Yeah. No, I
I guess
get
that's
you.
an idea.
I personally wouldn't do it. Oh, did I lose you? Oh no, one
Oh,
of us is
am I still? Hey,
okay.
you
You're
not
back.
see
It seems
me?
like you're back. No, I can see you now.
Okay, okay.
For a
Yeah, I
second,
don't
you
know.
it seemed like you were kind of delayed, and I don't know if it was my end or
I
your
click.
end.
I did click. I clicked something. I clicked. Fucking Xbox came up when I clicked it.
Okay.
I won't. I won't be doing that again.
Oh no.
But yeah. I yeah. I don't know. I'm actually curious to see what the second iteration will
Mm-hmm.
be like. And I want somebody to actually, because all these seem like they're either loaner units. Incubate said he bought his, but I was like, well, are you gonna test some more things? Because I was
Yeah.
like, click on some stuff.
Yeah,
Like I
I
want to
saw his
see.
video. I didn't see the pricing part of it. I must have just not been paying attention. Um, I ain't gonna hold you. I got a lot more interested watching everyone's video. I still don't want one,
Yeah,
but I was like, I'm a lot more interested in watching the videos. The thing that got me was how thin it is. Like,
yeah,
it's so thin, and I think that's as thin as you're gonna be able to make it. Like, did you see how it looked against that USB-C port? Like, you can't
yeah,
make that any smaller.
yeah. You can't. That's it. You won't have a port. Like
No,
you need
and
it.
I don't know if you want to do wireless charging only for
No,
this.
absolutely not. Not when the wireless charger in the United States, at least, it's still
Mm-hmm.
15 watts. Like it don't seem like nobody getting higher than that in the United
I think
States.
it's 25 now, which still isn't
Is
amazing.
it? Okay. On the
I'm pretty
iPhone?
sure the iPhone.
Is
I'm
it?
pretty sure the new
Specific
Galaxy.
chargers, right? Specific,
Oh yeah, of
probably like
course,
very
of
specific.
course. But I
Yeah.
think like the newest Galaxy is maybe the latest Pixel.
Okay.
Now you're not getting the. I think it's Huawei or it might have been OnePlus who had like a 75 watt or something like that. It was something crazy.
I just want to know, like, when they do that, because I do. I think Inkabishi mentioned in the video as well. He was like some other type of battery technology. I don't pay attention to that stuff too much, but apparently there's like different types of battery, combinations you can make that'll
Mm-hmm.
maybe thinner or last longer or whatever. But I'm pretty sure it probably costs more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Probably is probably why they ain't doing it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm really curious to see like a real full view of this thing, like battery life wise.
Mm-hmm.
Um, does the screen have any purpose on the outside when it's open? Like anything?
I can't I can't think of many. One is
Right.
like you were saying earlier with having it be able to show the person who's getting their picture taken,
Mm,
looking at just the back of the device. Um, I remember, and this isn't even a smartphone or anything, but I remember there was this device. There were essentially two external monitors that you could attach to your laptop, and it had the so it made basically a trifold, but it can fully go around, so that way, like, say if you're showing somebody something that you're working on or whatever, they can look at that screen, basically screen mirroring it.
mm.
So like there's something like you could do that, but I don't know who you would want to show screen mirroring just on that small screen where you're looking at the full tablet. Like that's kind of crazy.
I
um
also want to know, because on the iPad and like maybe a couple software updates ago, they now allow for you to input HDMI.
oh
Like if you have a
yeah,
dongle, if you have a dongle for it or whatever, but
yeah.
it can you view the video on here. So it's like that's cool. So I can use this as a screen if
Yeah.
I want to. Um, and I was like, I wonder if it can do that. They didn't mention any of that stuff. I don't know if it's
Hmm.
just I wonder if use USB-C port will allow you to do that. Will it take in input? Like I know you can put in a keyboard and mouse and stuff like that, but can
Yeah.
you input HDMI? Does
Yeah,
it let
that's a
you
good
capture it?
question.
10-inch screen to be able to use all the devices on it. That'd be cool. Like I just think, what can it do? I just that was where my mind went. And of course the Dex thing is cool.
Yeah, I
That
was
you can
gonna
do Dex
ask
on it.
you. I haven't ever used Dex, so have you? You've used it, right? Like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
What all does
Use it.
that allow? Because the way that I think it was MKBHD's video, it might have been another creators, but they were like essentially this gives you uh it couldn't have been MKBHD because the guy was like it gives you laptop like feel in the palm of your
It-
hand now.
yeah,
And
that's basically what it turns into. It turns into like a desktop environment.
okay,
So you get like a app drawer or whatever. You get like
okay,
you get windows you can resize, like all
hmm
that stuff. So it does all of that. It's still your Android apps, but I'm sure you can probably do more with them or whatever. But it
hmm
does give you like a yeah, it gives you like a desktop mode kind of thing.
interesting.
Yeah,
So
so
then
like right
theoretically,
now, yeah. You
you
about to
could
say?
have like the clamshell thing, like how you have with your iPad. You know the thing where if you
Yeah,
get you a keyboard and stuff like that. Okay.
exactly, exactly. And I wonder if they're gonna make something like that for it. 'Cause, they have that stuff for like their tablets in general.
Hmm.
Because even the tablets can do Dex on it directly. That's why I was wondering would this be able to, and it can. I was okay. That's good. I'm glad they did that. And then they just like, oh no, no, yeah, go ahead, do it. Let it do that as well. So I think that's cool.
I will
Um,
say that's
yeah,
the thing that's super interesting. Like if you tell me, remember I was telling you before when they had the old Dex thing where you just put your phone into the basically the dummy clamshell and it became like a laptop.
mhm.
Uh it's essentially a new version of that where it's like your phone can be your singular device across everything you need. Now
Yes,
I know it'll
yes.
never allow me to video edit or like do full on hardcore gaming on, but if it could get me close enough, that is something that's very very interesting to me.
I mean, I mean, a lot of they have those editing apps on them, not the that bigger ones, but I don't know if it has LumaFusion or anything like that, but like stuff like that
Hmm.
that are like they have mobile versions of them. I think I have LumaFusion on my iPad, and it works great, like stuff like that. And then what was the other thing you said? You said
Just
hardcore
gaming.
gaming. Um, I mean, I don't know, like they just put Netflix just put their version of Red Dead Redemption in
Yeah,
the
you're
Google Play
playing that, right?
Store.
How do you like it?
I haven't played it yet, really.
Oh, okay, okay.
I opened it and I was like, because I was just like, it's cool because it's free.
Yeah,
And then I saw the regular one was $40. I was like, what
yeah.
the hell? So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna download this because it's free.
Okay.
But I might try it one. I'm gonna try it one day.
Yeah, I know.
But
I
my
know.
but
Like,
my idea in my head though is since they have an Android version of that, right? I'm gonna put the Android on this
oh yeah,
Steam
you're gonna put it on
device,
that, which is
and then I want to put it on there. Then I'll play it on there.
I
That's my
need
idea.
to I need to figure
That's
out
my
how like
plan though.
obviously they've been putting all these different games on mobile. Like I think one of the
Hmm.
Assassin's Creed might be on iOS or something.
Hmm.
Um and I have never dabbled because I'm just like it's not gonna be a good experience, I feel like. And that could just be
No,
me thinking
they're working well now. I mean, they do work well now. They like what was it that Wuthering Waves game? I played that on there. Um,
okay.
the Game Hub app, it's been getting improved lately. It's made by the same people that make the Game Sir controller thing. You put
Oh
your
yeah, yeah,
put your
yeah.
phone in. So it's made by them, and they basically are using an emulator. What kind of like a kind of how actually I think it's the same thing that Steam is working on to be able to put Android apps like on Steam. 'Cause that's what they're gonna need for the frame
Yeah.
when that comes out. So I think that's the same thing. I think it's like called Fex, I believe, and I believe that's what they're using in here or something. So I can download it. Actually downloads the full PC game to this, and it's kind of like allowing you to play it natively on the Android
Okay.
phone. Um, Not all games work, of course, but
Right.
I guess they're still working on it slowly. But I was playing Castlevania on there and stuff, so it works. But now all I see in my head is eventually I'm gonna get rid of this Android phone, and all I'm gonna have is
Mm,
my gaming handheld, and I'm hoping that can do it all. That's my
okay.
plan. That's why I want it. I want it to do it all. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, no, I don't have anything else. This again went longer than I thought it would have been. Shout out to Apple for having all this news and rumors break over the week. Because otherwise, again, we would have just had a good yap session. That's always fine too.
It's fun too. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I guess before we get out of here, then you got what you got coming up, and where can the people find you?
Much do about nothing on Wednesdays. Yeah, Wednesdays. Of course, this show on Fridays. Um, I don't care. I'm still talking here. We're gonna do a reaction or a review of Heated Rivalry.
Oh,
Um,
nice, nice. I did see you
so
talk about that.
we're gonna do that on Friday after the finale.
Okay,
Last night's episode. Oh, give them all the awards. Give them all.
nice,
I've
nice.
seen it 6 times today.
Mm,
I don't know how I watched it every time, but I have. It's great. So, but yes, um, they did their damn thing on that episode. But yeah,
nice.
that's
Okay,
that's what we're doing. We're doing it on 26th. Yeah, on 26th. Me and Jamie right now.
nice.
That's
Okay,
and Jamie are gonna do it together. So, because she's been watching it, we've been talking about it. It was so fun to talk about it with somebody that's
of
watched it like me. I am. That's
That's how that's how I feel
yeah.
about Pluribus. That's why I just put it into the Discord. Like, yo, is anybody else watching? Because the crazy part about it is there's a spoiler chat for Pluribus, but it's literally just me and Mike, and just
Uh,
because we both watched the episodes late, we
mhm,
haven't said anything in it, so it's just been
mhm.
dormant since like the first 3 episodes. I'm like, today's
Yeah.
episode was so good, and I'm like, I need to talk to somebody about this damn series. So I
Yeah, I
get
was
you. It's
I was like patiently waiting for Jamie to say something. I was like, "Come on!" I was waiting. As soon as she said, it, I said, "Yes, yes, talk about it." so yeah,
No,
I
that's
declare.
great. That's great. On my end, obviously Dig D everywhere. Geek said it's done for the year, so pick us back up. Well, actually, go watch some old episodes and whatnot, but pick us back up for new episodes in the new year. Um, I'll be streaming now that I'm on vacation throughout the week next week. There might be some daytime streams put into there. It's gonna be very much play it by ear. Um, Next week, I'm glad I'm gonna bring it up now. I wanted to do
Okay.
our best of, so like just our favorite, like, and we can hammer out the different what all we want to talk about, but like just do our best of and different topics since it's the
Okay.
last episode of the year,
Okay. Cool.
and then obviously because by the time we pick up the week after to be into the new year, hopefully there'll be something else to talk about. But I think
Yeah.
that'll be a fun way to end out the year. Um, Outside of that, no, I don't have anything else either.
Okay. Cool. Hey. Oh, look, Jamie. Jamie probably didn't. We get ready to leave now,
Jamie,
Jamie.
welcome. Rewatch the episode because we are wrapping this up. Until next time, people,
Thanks for being
y'all
here.
have a good one. Peace. Now, speaking of
Peace
which, no,
out.
before we get out of here, Jamie, if you want to join us next week on our best of episode, we haven't picked up the topics yet, so we'll talk about it off air, but we're going to do our best of and various topics throughout the year. Let us know if you want to join. But for everybody else, peace out.
Peace out. Bye.
I